Welcome back, everybody. For the last segment, I've got two brilliant minds with me. They founded an app that is designed to make you safer, which at this point in time feels like the most apt app. So welcome to the show, James Chege and Edwin Inganji. Welcome, gents. Why don't we start with what is the app and what does it do?
Usalama is a mobile-based platform that links victims of emergencies to emergency service providers efficiently. So we address various emergencies such as crime, medical emergencies, gender-based violence, and fire.
Right. Yeah. So how did this come about, the idea?
It has a story behind it. Back when we were in campus, in Strathmore University, one evening while I was heading back to my hostel, which is roughly 500 meters away from the school gate. Midway through the distance, I suddenly got attacked by 4 men. Yeah, from the corner of my eye, so one of them had a gun, and they punched me. One of them punched me in the gut, and as I fell down, writhing with pain, they surrounded and started ransacking me. So because I saw the gun, I knew my life is worth more. They took my property, which included my laptop and my phone, and of course my wallet. So the ordeal lasted like 2 minutes, and it was over. But in the back of my mind, I asked myself, what if they had shot me? Yeah. In what way would I have communicated for help? Yeah. So back in school, I was doing my colleagues and I were doing a course called informatics, which is basically software engineering. Yeah. And we saw there's an opportunity of creating a mobile-based platform that can help people communicate quickly, conveniently, and much faster in case of an emergency. Right. And so we conceptualized Usalama.
Wow. So yeah. that's back in 2014.
Exactly.
And when you were still in uni. You went to the same uni, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So at what point did you then decide to take this to the next level? Because conceptualization starts in 2014. When do you take it up a notch?
I mean, I would say immediately after graduation. So that's around June 2016. 2016? Yeah, so we saw that it's not only us who are facing this challenge. It's something that's there in the country. So we just continued building onto the platform and adding more features. Right. So around November 2016, that's when we were able now to start onboarding emergency service providers. So that's when essentially we did our launch, and that's when we came up with this version that's available on Play Store right now. Previously,
did you have any experience in app building? Did you study IT, or what did you study in uni?
Yeah, so it's a course called informatics. It's basically software engineering. Yeah. But to add on that, it was also our passion to encoding. Yeah. So combining the passion and the opportunity and creating a solution for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did you? I mean, you've shared why personally this felt like it was important, but why do you feel that the country needs an app like this?
Well, for me, I think there's no consolidated way to call out in case of emergencies. Where in Nairobi alone, I think there is around 50 different numbers that you can use to get hold of an ambulance.
Wait, what?
50.
Exactly.
Now that you've said it, I'm not even sure I know what I would do if I needed an ambulance, not police. You're right. I don't know if I wanted an ambulance right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea where I would start. So I guess, okay.
So most people are forced to Google. They have to Google, get the number, and then call.
Right.
And we've seen this practically because we have another co-founder. He's called Marvin. One time he was, he'd taken a motorbike from home to the office. And just along Haile Selassie, he was involved in an accident. Yeah. So the first thing they did is to try and call his next of kin. Unfortunately, both his parents were busy. They were at work, so they didn't pick up. So the next person he asked them to call was me. Yeah. And at the time I was outside town. Yeah. So I was the person who was called to get him assistance. Yeah. So luckily there was a policeman who was able to call St. John's ambulance on his behalf, and he was able to be taken to hospital. Where he got
the treatment that he needed. Okay, so take me through the app itself. Because for people watching, they may not be quite familiar with how it works. So what do I need to do to be on the app? And if I'm in that moment, in that emergency situation, what do I do?
Okay, so basically the app is an Android app.
Okay.
It's currently on just on the Android OS. Development is working for iOS, but we're now on Android.
Okay.
So for you to be part of it, you simply go to Play Store, search with the keyword Usalama. You'll see the app listed on top. It has a blue icon. Download it and basically sign yourself up. Once you sign yourself up, you can set your 3 emergency contacts as your next of kin.
Okay.
You set them up. And then in addition, we have on board around 8 various emergency service providers.
Okay.
So
and by that you mean like the fire brigade, ambulance.
Exactly.
Right.
And security farm services.
Okay.
So once you've already set up everything, the app is good to go. So in case of an emergency, this is how there are 3 ways you can open the app to trigger distress. So the first one is the shortest one, where you can simply long press volume down on your phone.
Long press volume down.
Yes, for a period of around 5 seconds.
And the app pops
the app
up.
triggers a distress.
Oh, it triggers a distress.
Yes, it triggers a default distress that alerts your next of kin. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that allows you, because emergency scenarios have different time span which you can react. Yeah. Especially with crime, the time span is so little.
Right. And the great thing about that is I could have, I mean, already my head is just going to like, how do I do this? They're trying to get my phone or trying to get my bag, and I'm just like holding onto my phone, long pressing, but no one would really know what's going on. So, or even if I was injured, somewhere I mean, I could still hopefully be able to long press. It's genius.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other one is you can also, if you shake your phone, the app pops up, and now you can now tap on the emergency services.
How, like?
Just shake your phone, the app pops up, and you can tap on the emergency service that you want, the help that you need. And the other one is, of course, they were just going through your launcher, opening the app, and you can trigger the
if distress. It's an emergency, that feels like the longest way to
where you have time span. So basically what happens is the moment you trigger distress, there's a series of actions that the app does to ensure you get help. The first is it puts your phone on silent.
What? So, that was going to be my next. Where is my phone? Give me I'm downloading this right now.
So it puts your phone on silent. So in case, you see, like the case of the people in Riverside, in case you trigger the distress, the reaction of your next of kin is to just call you. They don't think, they'll just call you. They don't think they might expose you. But the app thinks ahead for them. So it protects you in that. Then the other thing it does is it starts a background timer within the app in the background that will alert the service providers and your next of kin every 5 minutes of your most current location.
Wow.
This one is valuable, especially if your location is changing. Maybe like in a kidnapping.
If you've been kidnapped, carjacked.
The location is changing. So because the distress will contain the GPS coordinates, of course your biodata, your details, your name, your phone number, those kind of things. And in case of medical emergency, it also contains things like your blood group, those kind of things. So when the ambulance come, they come prepared even with the right blood type. They don't have to do much triage to get details about you. So basically the platform is linked to a web backend. Now from there, the web backend, it searches around for the nearest ambulance or the nearest service provider. So we also have them on the app as agents, just like we have Uber drivers as agents for Uber.
So I'm curious to know, have you met anyone who uses your app and they have stories of how it really saved their lives? Can you share one of the stories with us?
So we've met a couple. We normally do periodic calls where we just call people who've triggered distresses. We met, one of the most interesting is a guy called Paul. So he was a victim of a carjacking. So they got in the car and pointed at a gun at him and instructed him to drive. So he was driving down Mombasa Road. And then Luckily, he had Usalama on his phone.
Yeah.
So what he did is he just, from the top of his trouser, pressed on the volume down button, and then there was the 5-second period. He felt the phone vibrate, and then it sent the emergency message to his wife.
Yeah.
Lucky, and then the good thing is his wife was also aware about Usalama, so she was promptly taking action.
Yeah.
So she used the message that she got, went to the police, and they were trailing him. So they were using his 5-minute updates to just follow up on him, until eventually they caught up to the attackers, and action was taken. So he was rescued from the situation, and his vehicle was saved as well.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So it's important not just for you to have the app, but for your family members.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all downloading the app, you guys. We're all downloading the app. This is genius. Now, I want to know about the tough part, because this is incredible, but I'm curious to know, what are some of the challenges that you face, and how have you overcome that?
Of course, this being a sort of a novel product in the market, or a different way of doing things, we face some resistance, especially with onboarding the service providers, because in a way, Usalama sort of it makes them more busy, and of course, in an ideal scenario, that is what you want, to be able to help as many people as you can, if you are a emergency service provider, right? So then us being young and all that, the mentality is, if they see you young and all that, they underestimate you.
Right. They think they've sized you up and figured you out.
Or they may think you're not serious. So to counter some of those challenges, even though we are 3 co-founders, we have other people who are part of the company giving us advice and mentoring us.
Mentorship.
So those are the kind of people who are helping us navigate the corporate world.
Right. You know, in light of what the country has just gone through with the terrorist attack last week, I can't help but think that this is one of those tools, those apps that would make everyone feel just a little bit safer, that they have some semblance of control in a time and in a space where we feel like we have no control, that we're absolutely helpless. So I applaud you both for starting this, and I can't wait to see where it goes. What are your goals for 2019? I'm just curious to know at this point, because I'm just feeling like there's brilliance here and I want to soak it in. What have you got planned for 2019?
Well, I'll give my answer and then I will add on to it. So I would say the first thing is we want to achieve impact. So our goal is to reach as many people as possible. So possibly grow from the current around 8,000 downloads we have to around, say, 200,000 Kenyans using the platform. So essentially, we want to have more people using the platform, because aside from what we have as the emergency part of it, we still have some other utility features that would further enhance your security on a day-to-day basis. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is we want to onboard more service providers, so as to give these people who are using our platform access to meaningful help during emergencies. Wow. So I would say that's my personal goal, or I think it's our collective goal.
Collective goal?
So in addition to what you said, we also like to integrate AI into Usalama, because we are collecting a lot of data, especially regarding crime. And there's there's no app out there or no place out there that, for example, if you want Usalama to be able to alert you if you walk in an area, maybe there's a kidnapping or a crime that happened, it should just alert you, telling you.
Because what you didn't share earlier, actually, in light of that, in relation to that, what you didn't share is that after that happened to you in Strathmore many years ago, a few days later, a friend of yours was mugged, by the same guys, but he was shot 3 times. And luckily he survived. But if he'd known about that, it would have just made him more alert, maybe use a different route.
Exactly. So the app should have those kinds of prompts, just alerting you, and even providing safer routes, just drawing on map, showing these are the safer routes you can use.
This is incredible. I'm in awe of what you both have created, and I think it's something that we all should have on our phones, you've got to give it, iOS needs to have it
soon.
I hope it's something that we're working on.
It's coming soon.
Okay, very soon, I hope. But for now, it's available on Android. Thank you so much for dedicating so much time and your energy to creating something that's making Kenyans feel a little bit safer. So thank you. Thank you to Park Inn by Radisson for, once again, just hosting us. This is such a beautiful space. We love it. We love you guys, Park Inn. And now I want to introduce something that we're starting in 2019, because this is a year of new things. And that is S-Tips, a segment where I'll be sharing with you guys tips, whether it's in beauty, lifestyle, motherhood, you name it. I'm going to be sharing with you tips. So take a look at our very first S-Tips. So one of the best things you can do for yourself as someone who's trying to do something new or interesting or meaningful in 2019 is keep a notebook and a pen by your bedside. Trust me, it'll come in handy at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. when you are hit by this wave of inspiration and you have a new idea. You want to write it down. I'm not sure about picking up your phone because you might just see other messages and do all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm saying notepad, pen, best thing you could do. Another reason why I love to have a book by my bedside is that every night I try and list down 3 things that I'm grateful for. It doesn't have to be a paragraph or like a 2-page story. It could just be really simple things. For example, today I didn't have to leave my house and get stuck in traffic and queue in a supermarket to get, basic things that I needed for my house or for my hygiene. I went on to my dawa and I had the things delivered to me. You get the gist, right? And that's the thing about having a gratitude list. It reminds you that not everything is dark and uncomfortable and negative, that there's something to be thankful for every single day, like my dawa. Make sure you check out my dawa. You can go over to their website, www.mydawa.com, or check out their app on Google Play, and they'll just make your lives easier. And let me tell you, one of the things we're leaving back in 2018 is stress. We're tired. As a mom, I'm tired. So no more stress. Thank you, my dawa. And thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.